Well, good morning, Miramar, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. As always, check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And we have with us today our esteemed mayor. He is busy in the month last of September and the beginning of October with doing business in Miramar. Mayor Wayne M. Messam, thank you so much for joining us again. And you have a wonderful event that you are all about the business of Miramar, right? Always have been.
Oh, oh yes, oh yes. How you doing, Tamara? Good to be with you as always. We are ground zero in South Florida as relates to economic activity. We sit equidistant between the MIA Airport and Fort Lauderdale International Airport, as well as Port of Miami and Everglades, and Port Everglades and the city of Miramar. We have so many large, medium, and small businesses in our community. We've been very blessed and fortunate in the city of Miramar. Because of this economic activity, I've decided to, along with our economic development and housing department, to partner with the South Broward Business Journal to host a doing business in South Broward. When folks think about Broward and businesses, they may think about downtown, Fort Lauderdale. The Las Olas corridor is known for the many law firms and corporations that are in the skyline of Fort Lauderdale. But in our corporate parks in Miramar, we have some of the world's most dynamic companies, and we will have a basically a panel discussion with some of the industry leaders who have been contributors to the economic output in Southwest Broward and specifically in Miramar. And we're inviting the business community to come out to learn a little bit more.
Absolutely. And it's all happening on Tuesday, September 30th at Miramar Cultural Center, where Brian Bandale is the real estate editor for South Florida Business Journal. And when you have partners like this, along with Sunbeam, and I see here that the interim CEO of Memorial Healthcare System, the Vice President of Development and Acquisition for RK Centers, the South Florida Regional Planning Council, and even the mayor of Broward County, Bean Fur, is going to be coming. That means that people are really serious about what Miramar has to offer as far as doing business and creating businesses in Miramar.
Of course, it hasn't been a secret for us in the city of Miramar. In fact, um, I think the city of Miramar still to this date is the only city to receive Economic Development Partner of the Year through the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance. And that typically goes out to businesses and entities that help recruit businesses to the city or to Broward County. The city of Miramar, we're always top of list and top of mind when corporations are looking to relocate to South Florida. They are obviously South Florida is the gateway to the Caribbean and Latin America, a lot of emerging markets, and businesses get the opportunity to not only serve the US from South Florida, but they also can service the Caribbean and Latin America stateside. So that's very attractive for many of these businesses. You may not be aware, but many of the business community is aware that the state of Florida legislature and the governor, they dismantled Enterprise Florida, which was basically the economic development engine for the state that recruited businesses to the state. They since have stopped funding that program, but the city of Miramar, as well as our partners in Broward County, realized that this incentive program was a very big factor in helping to bring businesses to the city of Miramar and thus Broward County. So the county, as well as the city of Miramar, have partnered together to offer incentives, which is a performance-based incentive for businesses to relocate to our city. And when they hire or establish certain number of jobs that they create and maintain them for a certain number of years, they get an incentive from both the county and the city. So the city have been fortunate to do the first two in the county. I'm not sure if any other cities have been successful in that venture, but Miramar continues to run full steam ahead.
Yeah, running circles around everybody in Broward County. So we've got the panel discussion that is going to kick off at 8 o'clock in the morning until 10:30. So that's the panel discussion. And then after that is going to be a small business workshop. So what will that entail, Mayor? And, is that open for everyone?
Yes, the small business workshop is open to everyone and is absolutely free. The morning panel discussion is through the South Broward, I mean, through the South Florida Business Journal, which, by the way, if you're a business owner, you should be subscribing to that publication because they give you the best and up-to-date information as it relates to economic activity that's taking place in South Florida and news. But the small business workshop is will start immediately after the panel discussion, and I'm not sure, it may be sold out, but you just check on the flyer and then you may be able to get a seat. It does include breakfast, but the free event is immediately after the business discussion with our business community, and we have a great lineup for that. It's targeted for our local small businesses. We'll provide information as it relates to access to capital, commercial real estate, small business opportunities. We will have Broward County Office of Small Business Development, Sandy McMichael, will be in attendance to talk about all of the procurement activity and the billions of dollars that funds Broward County. So you definitely want to not let that business opportunity pass you by, as well as the school board of Broward County. Broward Schools will be in attendance with Jasmine Jones. She will talk about those opportunities. We thought that Broward Schools, as well as the county, were important partners to have at this small business workshop because they are spending hundreds of millions of dollars in procurement and they are going to small businesses. So if you are a business that's looking to look into the public sector, there's some amazing opportunities that are there. We also show that we have real estate professionals that will be there to talk about if you're looking to lease space in Broward County, or if you need access to capital, we'll have one of our bank partners that will be there to talk about the SBA program as well as small business lending opportunities for those businesses that need access to capital.
Okay, and of course, the QR code is right here on the screen. If you see it, you can take a picture of it, or you can always find this information out. It is on our website at MiramarFL.gov. Now, that is not the only thing you're doing coming up next week, because obviously, our mayor stays busy, and you've got another First Friday coming up, which I have heard these are nothing but standing room only events. And they have been, this is what, the third one I believe you've done?
Yes, this is the third in our series for First Fridays Network and Chill. And the whole concept between about Network and Chill is a follow-up to my State of the City address last year, where I basically challenged our very capable business community. You have professionals that work for many corporations in our city as throughout South Florida. But they have a burning desire inside of them that they want more. They're contributing to some of the great companies in our region, but they want to start their own business, and so oftentimes they don't know exactly where and how to start. So I thought that it would be a great opportunity to bring together young entrepreneurs as well as those who are young at heart and those who are looking for a change professionally. I've worked so many years building up this other company that I've been working for. Now it's time for me to do it for myself. So the Network and Chill series is a networking event where we have a fireside chat with successful business entrepreneurs and business owners to talk about their experience under a very relaxed environment instead of having a boring seminar where someone comes out and preaches down to you about how to start a business. Why not bring out a First Friday theme, which means it's the end of the week? Now I can let my hair down, right? I can have some nice libations and probably some finger food, meet some amazing, positive, and upward mobile professionals who are also looking to either grow their business or start their business, and be able to hear an amazing story with some successful business folks, as well as being able to provide the resources from our economic development and housing department. The city of Miramar, we have a very successful MBA program. Yes, the Miramar has an MBA program. It's called the Miramar Business Academy, and
Yes.
it's tailored for businesses to get the technical skills and resources to scale their business. And the applications and have been going off the charts for our next session for the next cohort. And those attendees of the MBA program have an opportunity to win a grant from the city of Miramar. So it's more than just coming to a networking event. It's about hearing and having a Q&A with very spectacular individuals. Our first series was with DJ Irie. Many folks know him as the DJ of the Miami Heat and perhaps from the night scene in Miami. But most folks don't know that he has a very successful event planning business. And he services companies like Google and Amazon. And he talked about how he transitioned from, transitioned through DJing
Mhm.
to event planning. And he's been very successful, and people were very excited to hear from him. So this month in September, we featured Rohan Marley, son of Bob Marley. Ro and I, we go way back from our college days. We were college rivals. He played linebacker at the University of Miami. I played wide receiver at Florida State. So dating back, and to see Rohan to transition from football into the many businesses that he owns. He has a coffee business that he has with his beans from Ethiopia, but the company is in Jamaica. He has a cannabis business and has, I think, also a clothing line. And he talked about his challenges, his successes, and he encouraged those to come out. But on Friday, the first Friday of October, October 3rd, at the Miramar Cultural Center, we will have Spectacular Smith. Spectacular Smith is one of the lead singers of R&B group Pretty Ricky. And he has not once, not twice, but three times Fortune 1000 business for one of the fastest growing business. He has a thriving consulting business that helps businesses grow on social media, using social media platforms. And he's been very, very successful. He's also a motivational speaker, and I think there's a lot that he brings to the table. He's South Florida homegrown, so it's pretty cool to have someone from South Florida who's not only been popular on the R&B stage for dating back 20 years, and they still are, made tour. You may find Pretty Ricky on a lineup, but if you follow him on social media and if you're a small business owner, he has so many nuggets. He has master classes to help you take your business to the next level. So I think it's going to be a great, great addition to our lineup.
And, for both of these events, the one that is on September 30th, as well as this first Friday's, the workshops, that is a free event. And this is also free. Now, the question is, do you have to be a Miramar resident or is it open to all of South Florida?
You do not have to be a Miramar resident. In fact, even to register for the Miramar Business Academy, you don't have to be a Miramar resident. Obviously, we look out for our residents in terms of preference. So we always love to see our business owners and our residents to participate, in our program. But we're just so fortunate. And the other reason, Tamara, is why this is so important. You know, Oftentimes because of the dynamics in South Florida with inflation, with the escalating costs of housing, there's a lot of pressure and stress as it relates to having a great quality of life. What I do know is that for those individuals who have the opportunity, the skill set, the drive, and desire to start their own business, they can chart their own destiny. Yes, it is a challenge, but for those who become successful, not only are they living fulfilled lives and all of their dreams, but they're helping the wonderful employees that they may hire to bring their dreams and goals to reality. They become a part of our economic engine. And we want to make sure that our Miramar businesses and those businesses and our residents who choose to start a business, that the city of Miramar provide resources to help them get there. And that is what it's all about. There's a lot of displacement. There's so many people are leaving South Florida because either they can no longer afford to live here, or they just don't know what their options are.
They
And
don't
we
feel
want
they
to
have
give
the economic opportunities to succeed.
exactly. But with these resources, there are so many dynamic, powerful, capable individuals that will be excellent business owners if they have the roadmap to make it happen. We're providing the roadmap. We're not only leading and motivating individuals, but we're actually providing resources to help individuals to make that step.
All right. So again, mark your calendars for Tuesday, September 30th, the Small Business Workshop, which is a free event. The panel discussion earlier is a part of South Florida Business Journal, but the Small Business Workshop from 10:45 in the morning until noon will include a complimentary breakfast, and the workshop is totally free. So definitely get your tickets. Of course, the QR code is right here on the screen. You can always go to MiramarFL.gov. It'll be right there as well. And we have another event that the mayor is doing. And this one, of course, is the Network and Chill that is happening. And that is going to be on Friday, October the 3rd, from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, a free event. And you can register with the QR code that is right here on the screen, or you can always go to MiramarFL.gov. Thank you so much, Mayor Wayne M. Messam, our esteemed mayor from the city of Miramar, on doing business in Miramar and helping business owners or helping people to become business owners in the future. So we
Yes.
certainly appreciate you and we thank you.
Yeah, so thanks for having me. See you soon, and we'll be back on where I'll be promoting my 10th State of the City address. The
Awesome.
storyline is just growing and growing and growing. Can you believe it's been 10 years as mayor? I've been so blessed to serve this city, and I look forward to the message and the challenge for the city of Miramar moving forward.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Mayor Wayne M. Messam. And thank you for watching Good Morning Miramar. Until next time, I'm your host, Tamara G. See ya.